which religion is true? Well, the atheist dilemma is, how do we find truth amidst competing claims? It is estimated that there are around 10,000 distinct religions in the world today. That's a huge number. And here's the thing, each one claims to be the truth. Buddha says he is the truth, while Allah claims he is the truth. Jesus in John chapter 14 verse 6 goes even further, stating, I am the way, the truth, and the life. This abundance of competing claims often puzzles people, especially atheists, including my own father. If everyone claims truth, how could we be so sure which one is genuinely correct? While applying the accuracy test to religious claims, how do we determine if a product on the market is the best? We test it for accuracy, how well that product actually works, right? Think about paper towels. There are a ton of brands, each claiming to be superior. Bounty is a quicker picker-upper, Brawny is a big tough towel. While most can get the job done, usually one brand has the best features and works most efficiently. The same principle applies to religion. Many religions might contain some elements of truth, but they often lack the complete 100% accuracy needed to get the job done fully. Consider Judaism. They believe in a coming Messiah, which is a significant truth to Christianity. However, they are still missing who he is, believing he hasn't come yet. This is like only having 50% of the deal, or 50% efficiency. And why settle for 50% efficiency? But why settle for 50% efficiency when you can have 100%? If a religion claims to be ultimate truth, shouldn't its core text be absolutely, unequivocally accurate in every detail? Our goal, or my goal here, is an objective look at accuracy driven by love. For this discussion, I am going to examine two major religions, Mormonism and Islam. Crucial disclaimer, I want to be absolutely clear. This presentation is in no way meant to hate on these religions or their followers. Instead, I am doing this because I genuinely love individuals from all spiritual traditions. If we all claim to be lovers of the truth, then in our seeking, shouldn't we be striving for the correct truth? Truth is only truth if it's correct. Unfortunately, in today's society, there is a belief that truth is based on individual interpretation. If I believe it's true, then it's my truth. But this isn't how truth works. You can claim, I believe the sky is red, that's my truth. But the objective truth is that the sky is always blue. Your belief doesn't change reality. So if we are truly lovers of the truth, we must relentlessly seek the correct objective truth for ourselves. Now we're going to examine Mormonism. Now, a quote from the Book of Mormon says, according to his word, earth goeth back and appeareth unto the sun, standeth still. Ye and behold, this is so, for surely it is the earth that moveth, and not the sun. From Helaman, chapter 12, section 15. Now, there are some partially accurate aspects here. This verse correctly states that the earth moves rather than the sun. This aligns with the modern heliocentric model, which was not widely accepted in ancient times. But there's scientifically inaccurate aspects as well that override the accurate aspect. However, the phrase, the earth goeth back, does not correspond to any known astronomical phenomenon. The earth does not reverse its motion. Such an event would directly contradict established laws of physics. My concern here is that if we were to interpret this statement literally, it would be scientifically inaccurate. This is partially concerning because one would expect a book given by the one true God to be 100% scientifically accurate when discussing complex topics like astronomy. This statement seems to only be about 50% accurate. Now, if we continue examining Mormonism, the second quote we have says, for behold, all these things testify that there is a God, ye, even the earth, and all things that are upon the face of it, ye and its motion, ye and also all the planets which move in their regular form, do witness that there is a supreme creator. From Alma chapter 30, section 44. Now, the scientific reality here is that scientifically, planets do not move in perfectly circular orbits or at a constant speed. Instead, they follow elliptical orbits, meaning their path around the sun is slightly stretched out, rather than perfectly round. Their speed also varies depending on their position in the orbit. Now, there's a discrepancy here. If regular form in this statement implies perfectly circular motion or constant speed, then this verse is not scientifically correct, according to modern astronomy. Now we're going to examine Islam. Now, in Islam, the quote here we have comes from the Prophets, chapter 21, section 30. Do the disbelievers not realize that the heavens and the earth were once one mass? We split them apart, and we created from water every living thing. will they not then believe? Now the heavens and the earth were once one mass, then split apart. Now this statement, while containing elements that seem scientifically relevant, this description doesn't precisely match established scientific theories. The Big Bang Theory explains that the universe began from an infinitely small singularity and then expanded, forming galaxies, stars, and planets over billions of years. This Quranic statement suggests that heavens and earth were a singular entity before separation, which is not aligned with modern cosmological model of the universe's origin and development. And the verse, or the part that says, "And we created from water every living thing," there's a partial alignment here. This does align with biology in the sense that all known life depends on water, and early life originated in aquatic environments, but there's still a discrepancy. Because, however, scientific theories about the origin of life, such as abiogenesis, describe a complex process involving chemical reactions over long periods, not a direct singular act of creation. Now, if we continue examining Islam, we see another quote from the Believers, chapter 23, sections 12 through 14. "And indeed we created humankind from an extract of clay, then placed each, human as a sperm drop, in a secure place. And then we developed the drop into a clinging clot. Then developed the clot into a lump of flesh. Then developed the lump into bones. Then clothed the bones with flesh. Then we brought it into being as a new creation. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators." Now there's an analysis here. From a strict scientific standpoint, the description does not fully align with modern embryology. There's 3 issues I have here. The issue 1 is that bone and flesh development. The Quran description suggests bones form first and are later clothed with flesh. But in human embryology, bones and flesh muscle develop simultaneously rather than sequentially. Now my second issue is with clinging clot. While an embryo does implant and attach to the uterine wall, it is not accurately described as a blood clot, which one is translated by that word there. Now, my third issue is that it talks about the origin from clay. The statement suggests that human life originated from an extract of clay. While elements found in clay like carbon, oxygen, nitrogen exist in the human body, this is not how human life originates according to biological science. Now, the Holy Bible is a consistent record of scientific accuracy, because as you can see from our example statements from some of the other religious texts, when examined scientifically, often they show discrepancies or are only partially accurate. If one truly believes these books are inspired word of God, one would expect them to be 100% scientifically accurate in their descriptions of the natural world. This brings us to the Holy Bible. As I said earlier, what I found and what I believe to be true is that every single statement in the Bible that touches upon a scientific phenomenon aligns perfectly with science. For the sake of time, today I'll showcase just one powerful example, an excerpt from my own book, The Fundamentals of God. Now the verse here comes from Job chapter 26, verse 7. "He spreads out the northern sky over empty space, and he suspends the earth over nothing." He spreads out the northern sky over empty space. This phrase aligns remarkably well with modern scientific conclusions. Scientists have determined that the universe is expanding, a core concept of the Big Bang Theory. This ancient text speaks to a similar idea of space being spread out. He suspends the earth over nothing. This is profoundly accurate. The earth is not hung on anything physical. It literally appears as if it were floating in space. The phenomenon is explained by a fundamental force of gravity, which holds the celestial bodies in orbit. Now, there's a historical context here. What's fascinating is that during biblical times, likely when Job was written thousands of years ago, there was no way for them to know what Earth looked like in space. They had no telescopes, no space travel, no equipment to study astronomy in the way we have today. Now, the question here is to seek, believe, and your personal pursuit of truth. As we've seen, if a book claims to be true, it should ideally be 100% accurate in its statements, including those relevant to science. Based on what we've examined, I believe the Bible consistently demonstrates this 100% accuracy. And because of this, I believe Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life, as he states in John chapter 14, verse 6. My earnest prayer for you is to seek the truth for yourself and question everything. Do not blindly believe what you hear from spiritual directors, religious leaders, or even scholars of your own religion. Why? Because people can have biases. Even myself. I don't rely solely on scholars, pastors, or priests. I rely on my own research and seeking. I do not take anyone at face value, and nor should you take me at face value. This is why I say that you should seek the truth for yourself and do your own research based on what I've shared with you today. Now, I highly encourage you and pray that you will embark on your own journey to seek and find the correct truth for yourself. Peace be with you.